Hello everyone, TV Corp here. After 7 days of waiting, SKIBIDI Toilet 67 has finally been released. And the crazy part is that this was just the part 1 and it's almost 2 minutes long. So in today's analysis, I'm going to discuss about every secret or Easter egg you may have missed. So the episode starts with us, the POV cameraman sitting in a military vehicle which is being driven by a normal cameraman. And there's also a large cameraman with us. And this time, it seems like the POV cameraman is a large cameraman instead of a normal one. And I have a reason for this, which I'll get to later on in the video. In this scene, if you look closely, you'll see some white lights coming out of the building. This is most likely a destroyed laboratory. This doesn't seem really important, but I just pointed it out as it attracted me. It looks like a battle took place here, because the whole place is literally on fire and there are toilets and cameramen laying dead on the ground. But wait a second. Did you catch the secret agent?
There he is!
He's back with his green glow. As soon as the camera turns to the right, the green glow slowly disappears. And then we see 2 cameramen running for their lives. But I don't understand. Who are they running from? Everyone is literally dead. Oh, probably from these toilets? Well, these toilets do look scary as they have machine guns with an insanely high fire rate, but they couldn't even deal any damage to the cameramen in the vehicle. And they got blown up by the POV cameraman with the help of these rocket launchers. And this proves my point that the POV cameraman is actually a large cameraman instead of a normal one this time, because a normal one cannot use such big and heavy weapons. And we've already seen large cameramen use these rocket launchers in episode 67. The vehicle then moves a little further and we get to meet the upgraded police toilet. And this is the same toilet from episode 65. He makes his grand entry by killing the driver cameraman. If you look closely, you'll notice that he actually shot the driver 2 times. Dang, that must have hurt. But then, he shoots a spear at the large cameraman's shoulder, but the cameraman doesn't die. Imagine the pain he must have felt. Also, did you notice something unusual this time? When this Giga Chad right here got hit by the spear, blood was nowhere to be seen. Instead, there were electric sparks in his shoulder. I don't know the exact reason for this, so let's just move on. So here comes the interesting part. This toilet right here did the exact same thing he did in episode 65, which is he still had a spear left, but he didn't shoot the POV cameraman with it. And if you look closely, in both the episodes, it's the same launcher he didn't shoot the spear with. I think that this launcher is broken and doesn't work. That's why he never shoots the POV cameraman with it. This dude dodged the previous missile but couldn't dodge this one and decides to run away. And then the POV cameraman and the Giga Chad decide to step out of the vehicle, but suddenly the police toilet sneaks from behind. But the toilet's plan of sneaking doesn't work because he gets obliterated 2 seconds later. And wait a second, did you catch the secret agent again? He's right there watching us. After destroying the toilet, the Giga Chad decides to give us a thumbs up. But suddenly a huge hand with an acid cannon comes out of the big black smoke and absolutely destroys the Giga Chad cameraman. R.I.P. And guess what? It's the Mafia toilet from episode 28. We can see that he's been upgraded quite heavily. I won't discuss about his upgrades in this video. I'll make a separate video about it. So when this toilet was about to shoot us, someone threw a huge toilet at him. But who threw it? None other than the Titans. Yes, they are back. And the image, which was shown in episode 66, was completely fake. We can see Titan Speakerman doing his signature move here, backstabbing, and Titan Cameraman walks heavily into the scene. And even though he's injured heavily, he still fights a SKIBIDI toilet with 4 buzzsaws and even managed to steal one for himself. He uses his new buzzsaw arm to chop the SKIBIDI toilet's head. And oh geez, the amount of blood here. Anyways, the Mafia toilet then attacks Titan Cameraman from behind, cutting off his last camera and releasing some acid on his neck. But the acid doesn't really do anything to him. I think that he's now immune to acid after he got hit by literal barrels of acid in episode 65. Titan Cameraman then slaps the Mafia toilet, but the toilet doesn't back down. Never back down, never what? Never give up! Anyways, just when he was about to shoot Titan Cameraman with his acid gun, Titan Speakerman shoots his acid container with his cannon, resulting in all of the acid spilling on his face and burning it. But this dude's got some serious dedication. Bro's face is burnt. He doesn't have his acid gun anymore, but he still flies towards Titan Speakerman to fight. Truly, a Chad. But what happens next is crazy. Titan Speakerman repeats history by slapping the Mafia toilet the same way he did in episode 28. Bro absolutely smacked the shit out of the goddamn toilet. R.I.P. Mafia. I wanted to see more of him. And, this scene, it reminds me of something... Well, anyways, Titan Cameraman looks at Titan Speakerman and nods his head as if he's saying, "Good job, Daddy's good boy." The camera then pans to the right, and we see a big black, smoke. Yeah, I was definitely about to say smoke. At first I thought it was the new upgraded Titan TV man, but it turned out to be the scientist toilet. By the way, did you notice something different about the scientist toilet this time? Have a look at his eye. It has a scar, it's red and demonic. Many people are saying that the scientist toilet fought a battle between the time period of episode 66 and 67. That's why his eye is injured. And a few others are saying that he's a fake scientist, just like the G-Man in episode 65. But I personally don't think that's the case. I think that he's being mind-controlled because whenever a toilet is mind-controlled, its eyes become red. Take the UFO toilet as an example. In episode 53, he was definitely being mind-controlled as his helmet was glowing and he was acting stiff, just like a robot. And his eyes were also red. But in episode 60, he was talking, his helmet wasn't glowing, and his eyes were back to normal. And I think that the scientist toilet is being controlled by none other than G-Man. I think that he's completely injured, and he's sitting in the SKIBIDI toilet laboratory controlling the scientist. And about the scar, I don't know anything. It's probably from a battle or the scientist got the scar intentionally to look demonic. Moving on, the scientist then laughs demonically and the camera pans to the right. We see Titan Cameraman doing the "you're dead" emote. Then he starts spinning his buzzsaw, ending the episode. This episode was crazy, honestly. Let me know about your thoughts on this episode in the comments section. Make sure to subscribe and also press the bell icon to get notified about future analysis videos. See ya!